streaming. There we go. That was weird. Sorry, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I accidentally was recording me talking instead of actually putting it on YouTube. We're on YouTube. My Wi-Fi's back. So, tomorrow's going to be interesting for anybody that does want to pop on YouTube, because we're expecting storms all day long. Minnesota? No. Okay, so I know my geography, except for some miscellaneous states. So, where is Wisconsin? Wait, is that where I'm going? Yes. Hang on. Oh! Ouch! Eek! Don't tell me that! I'm going to Wisconsin tomorrow! Oh, I mean, it's not north where I'm going, but it's right next to the lake, which just sucks. I'm not excited. Yeah, I know. I think the highest, or the lowest I saw was like mid-30s, but I think when I get there, it's going to be raining all day. I'm okay. I'm okay. It's like scorching in my room, and I currently have 2 fans going on me at the exact same time, so I am totally scared, but okay with absolute freezing weather. For anybody that does want to get on YouTube, I am on YouTube tonight. Yesterday, I lost Wi-Fi. Unexpectedly, but we are back. For now, we are good. So, that's a good thing. Let's see. Let's put that there. There we go. Okay. All right. Dude, yeah, in Texas, I mean, we're getting to just the mid-80s. It might get to like, why is it doing that? It might get to 90-ish. I think we're getting a cold front. It's about to get chilly with a high of 72. But I think we're officially like, I know calendar-wise we're out of winter, moon-wise, whatever determines that stuff. But temperature-wise, we are definitely heading towards summer. I think this is going to be one of our warmest summers because it's already getting pretty warm. And it's been like touching the 80s for a good little over a month over here. So, well, Justine, we might touch it, but I don't know. I don't know if maybe I'm just like not thinking. Maybe we are always in the mid to high 80s this time of year. I just figured that we have a longer stretch of 70s. I don't know. I'm excited for the 100-degree weather because that means pool time. Suntan. Get a bit hotter than Dallas. Yes. You guys definitely get warmer sooner because of the humidity. Absolutely. It's interesting though because like in El Paso, Texas, it's an entirely different heat. Like if you guys have ever been to El Paso, if you step in the shade, there's a 10-degree difference. In El Paso, it's baking dry desert heat. As soon as you touch the shade, there is a 10-degree difference. And when I moved to Dallas as an adult, I'd go for a run and I was like, oh, shade, I get to relax. Nope. That's not a thing. But also, El Paso nights are nice because the temperature drops a bit. But the El Paso baking heat, I think the baking heat, yes, breathing-wise, it's tougher to breathe in humidity, but the baking heat is another animal. There's no comparison. They're both so different. I don't know. I don't know which one I would rather run in. The baking heat is, oh my gosh. Hello, YouTubers. We got Gabby and Lady Cab Driver. Hello. Let me see here. Okay. I'm ready to start reading. It's so cold. Yeah, I'm going into some cold temperatures this weekend, flying up north. Ugh. And they're already baking. Yes. I don't know what temps are in El Paso right now. I might not go back until February, early next spring, so we shall see. All right, who's ready to start reading? I got my book. I might not finish it tonight, but I'll either finish it tonight or I'll shut it down and then I'll finish it before I go to sleep. But I'm pretty sure this book is gonna get done tonight. And if you guys, I'll hopefully make a video before I leave and talk about this book. But essentially, we hear the stories of people leaving their country because of bad circumstances and trying to come into our country. This lists out the experience of 3 teenagers that have absolutely no choice but to run away from their home country, make a dangerous, perilous journey where a large amount of individuals who try to make that same journey don't make it. They're unalive. And just trying to get to the US. So, fantastic perspective. I'm hooked. I was at a point where I need to figure out what happens next. So, nope, 10 o'clock. We're going to be trying to shut this off at 10 o'clock. That's why I'm starting it at 6:30 instead of 7 o'clock. To try and get these done by 10. Come here. Xena. I found her favorite toy yesterday, so Xena's been, like, obsessed with bringing it to me and getting me to play with her, so. Alright, let's go ahead and get the clock started. You guys got 1 minute to grab your books and drinks and cats and all that jazz. Kim, it depends on the genre. I highly recommend authors to find content creators that read along the same type of books that they write, because then we're more prone to enjoy them. So I will say right off the bat, if it's spicy, romantic-y, dark, shadow daddy, academia, I don't read those. But if it's a young adult, epic hero, orphan, underdog, go conquer the kingdom type of book, up my alley. Or realistic political fiction. Definitely into that. Xena, I'm over here. Oh, hi. You're over here. Come say hi. I know. Hello. All right. We have 30 minutes on the clock. I'm going to cuddle this baby a little bit more and then grab my book. Where's your toy? You didn't bring it to me. I'm not going to get it. Go find it. Happy reading. What? What? tell you how that went for me. Oh my gosh. I hadn't even put the bookmark in. Oh my god. That's where I left off. So you're gonna cry. You are definitely gonna cry. If I wasn't on a live stream, this would have been a sobbing moment. I mean, this is realistic on what they go through. Like, people don't realize that. People are like, oh, they should just cross over legally or go back and fix whatever they don't like. Like, things are so bad that their only option is to go through what they are going through to try and reach a hope. Like, nothing's even guaranteed. And the dangers... Oh my gosh, guys. No, I'm not. We just started the first sprint. This is just... Like Internment, this book should be read. This book should be read to give perspective into why do people come here illegally? Why do they cross the border? Why don't they come here legally? Sometimes that is literally their only choice, and it is their best option. And I can't spoil what happens in this book, but yeah, you do cry. It's not a fantasy book. They don't have like some magical potion to bring him back or some... There's no magic in this book. Oh my god. We do take life here for granted. We definitely take life here for granted. And I lived in a border town, and so I would hear all the stories, but so like it coincides a lot with what's going on here. Add this to y'all's list. This is another one. This is definitely another one. Oh my gosh. I just need a... I'm working on my bookshelf because as crazy as it looks, I still... So what I started doing, I have a little dragon above my head. The dragon is a book holder. So I made space, so now I have the Stray Kids Han Quokka plushie, and I also have the dragon book holder. But that means I have less space for the books. It's a problem. But I have a ton of books that I need to put on Pango, and then I have I'm pretty sure I'm going to do like a book unhaul probably later this year, because there's a few books that I'm like, I read you. If I ever lost you, I don't care. I think that's what I'm going to get down to. I think I'm going to get down to the, if I'm not sad at the thought of losing you, then you are a book unhaul. So I'm going to probably do that later on this year. But I wish I had more time to process what just happened. Oh my gosh. I wish I had more time to process what just happened. Jenny Torres Sanchez, you need a TikTok so that I can tag you and yell at you for what you just did. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you made it. Oh, reading is fan-freaking-tastic. It's funny because a year ago, I used to say that I would read books to escape reality. And now I found that I enjoy reading books that really make me more in tune with, I guess, like, the realism of our reality. Yeah, YouTube does have a delay. The platforms are different. So like I love fantasy books, but it's like definitely this year I have been reading so much more into like the themes that they're trying to portray, the parallels in the stories. Christine, it's a sensory. There's nothing different. Some people watching it on the screen, some people listen to it on audiobooks, some people read it. I mean, if a blind person reads Braille, are they not reading a book because they're feeling it on their fingers? There's nothing different. I never said there was anything different between books and movies. I don't know if it is. But it's definitely like, please add it to your list. If you are amongst the ones that don't understand why people come here illegally, this definitely gives you their perspective, and I think it's crucial for people to understand the perspectives before you form your own opinion. That too. There's a lot more details, a lot more explanation in books that you can only get in a movie if the director has put the right camera angle, or if the actor has presented the right emotion in the delivery. Like, it definitely takes a lot more in a film. But even in the films, they're manipulating what they want you to feel. In the books, the author has the words, they want you to feel a certain way, but you can also look deeper into specific meanings. And internment have the same aspects. So internment focuses on the hypothetical situation of American citizens of a specific demographic being rounded up and put into internment camps. That's that one. This one is 3 teenagers that escape Guatemala. They have a very horrible lifestyle there. They literally run away and escape and trek through Mexico to try and get to the United States. So it explains why they escaped. Like, what is so severe that would make you do this? Seriously, it's like a death trek. Like, it's not just hopping on a bus and going. Their entire process of how they get to the United States is so intense that majority of the people who make this attempt don't make it. Not because some of them are captured and taken back, some of them are kidnapped and put to work by gangs, and some of them just don't make it alive. So this gives you a perspective, gives you their perspective to really understand the dangers they are willing to face, how severe the things in their life are, that they're willing to make these decisions and these choices to try and get to an opportunity at a better life with no guarantee. So but the gut-wrenching part is these are 3 teenagers. They're 3 teenagers that have no option but to make this trek. So you're not following adults, you're not following them and their family. It's 3 teenagers that leave everyone, including their families, behind because they have no other option. Talia, I haven't looked and seen if it's on, do you guys have something similar to Libby? I think we already talked about that. I have not read American Dirt. I don't even know what that one's about. I'm learning about my books, so don't make fun of me if I don't. I apologize. Do you guys have something similar to Libby where, like, libraries have digital resources in Australia? And I don't know if it's on Kindle or not. I genuinely don't. But I stumbled across this because when I went to go get internment at the bookstore, this was actually in the same section. Like, it was just like under the wrong area because it should have been like in the last name on the opposite side. But it happened to be there and I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me get it. Oh my gosh. With the author of American Dirt. Oh, I don't know. Mom and son trying to make it through the States, escaping the danger in their town. Ooh, I haven't read that one. No. I definitely have to add that to my list, though. Let's see. American Dirt. American Dirt is 5 stars. Okay, well, if you want attention, I'm not gonna follow you. What do you want? Did you bring me your toy? What do you... You did! This is Xena's favorite toy of all time. I'm not even kidding. She will throw this under the stove, under the couch. She will, like, as I'm holding it, she rubs her face against it because she, like, wants me to throw it. So she will bring her toy to me. If it's not underneath something where I have to find it. And then she'll bring it, so I'll throw it, and she'll bring it back. It's kind of like playing fetch. Do you want it? We'll see if she brings it back. No, now she's batting it around. She picked it up, and then she couldn't figure out what she wanted to do with it. Oh, this cat. Political fiction like The Madness of Crowds by Louis Penny. I'm marking that down. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. What is it? The Madness of Crowds. Okay. Author is a woman writing about things. Oh. Valid. Valid. How did that go for everyone? Oh, come on. There was like, I realized an obvious clue since the beginning of this book that I didn't pay attention to as to what was going to happen, so I could have been prepared. I could have been prepared. I was not. White Fang by... Hang on. That's by Jack London, right? So I found this for $1 at a thrift store. And I couldn't say no because I love The Call of the Wild. So, books by Jack London, a collection. Call of the Wild, White Fang, the Sea Wolf, 40 short stories. And I just like, oh, cool, looks like a really like old book. And the reason why I got it was because it was in really great condition except for a ton of dust. I'm like, okay, so somebody bought this book just for decor. The cool thing, though, is this the one? I think this is the one. Copyright 1980. I think this is the book, because there's another one that I have, but one of these was like from 1980. I think this is the one. Yeah, so this one was leather bound, published 1980. What is that? Illustrations, really? Anyways, but yeah, it was like $1, and I was like, why not? It's got a little tear up here. It's the sad part. But besides that, I'm like, you, my friend, are in really good condition. And one day I'll read the other stories I have not read, but I have read White Fang and I have read The Call of the Wild. So I bought The Final Empire and started it today. I'm so excited. What up, Jackson Brand? Saw your Storygraph rating. Hang on, what are we talking about? Oh, for White Fang? I probably just gave it like a 5-star because I read White Fang years ago. So if there's a rating on my Storygraph for a book and there's no description, that means I gave it a... Children's books that I remember get 5 stars, even though I have not read that book since like middle school. To build a fire? I don't know. Because it says collection of 40 stories. Let me see. By Jack London, right? It does not have to build a fire. So it might be something that maybe in the later books? Possibly? Good, just heart destroyed. Heart is destroyed by this book right now. And like when I went back to like keep reading it, I was just like crying all over again. Oh my gosh. It's just so sad. It's just so sad. Tomorrow I'm hoping to go to, there's a local bookstore that is going out of business because Walmart, Target, and Amazon are horrible places to buy books, just saying. But there's a local bookstore that's going out of business, and they're only open 3 days out of the week now. So tomorrow I'm going to go celebrate Independent Bookstore Day with them because I couldn't go on Saturday. So hoping to buy... I'm trying not to buy any more books for me, but there's a friend of mine I want to buy a book for. Enchantra. Awesome. Yeah, it's... As a Hispanic, I can tell you the events of this story are accurate to what they actually go through. So, as far as... What was that one book that was written by a white author? American Dirt. I will do my research on that author, because I know there's times when people like will say things about an author and they'll boycott them or cancel them or whatever, I like to make sure I look into like, okay, why are we doing this? Not anything against any of those creators, but like I like to know why I'm making a decision. And so American Dirt, if it, I'd have to look into what other Hispanic readers are saying. If other Hispanic readers, because there's people from other ethnicities that, for example, if this white author was born in El Paso, she might have a deep understanding of what's going on. Those kinds of things. Taking a break from Wheel of Time and reading Mistborn. This book, I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish it tonight. How many sprints do we have left? Probably 3 more sprints. I'm going to finish this book before we're done tonight. So I'm trying to figure out what to do. I am just like on this political high right now. I want to read Red Queen next, but I also have 2 arcs. I do have an arc by A.K. Mulford. It's book 3 in the River of Bones series, but I have not read that series yet, and the book doesn't come out until November, so I'm going to wait till we get a little closer. Lady of the Lake, which is the last book in the Face Spy Academy series. Nice! Yeah, because if I start Red Queen, then I gotta take it with me out of town. Whereas, if I just do an ebook arc, okay, that's like the 3rd upbeat. You know what? I'll let it play. Has to be the Stormlight Archive, though. One day I'll dig into the Sandersons. I'm not ready for it just yet. Not yet. Oh, let me see here. I don't know what arcs I have on my Kindle. Where's my Kindle? Hey, baby girl. Wait, where did I put my Kindle? I reorganized my bookshelves and I don't remember where my Kindle went. Wait, I was charging it. There it is. Ugh. Turn on, please. Library. Okay. So there's a book. Okay, so I have... Let's go to author reads. I have 2 books given to me by... Wait. Yeah. I have 2 books given to me by authors. Like early on when I was like barely kicking off Book Talk. And I realized afterwards that I'm like, these are books that I'm really not interested in. Like, it sounds horrible. But I always tell everyone, if you're an author or if you're aspiring to be an author, don't give your books to everyone to read. Don't be like, hey, I want you to read my book. Like, be sure, look for content creators that read the same types of books that inspired yours, right? So there was an author earlier that came on and said, hey, do you read indie books? And I said, I will say right now, if it is a spicy, dark romance, dark academia, shadow daddy type book, I don't care much for that genre, for those types of books. Nothing against those. It's just me. I love young adult, epic fantasy, hero, orphan underdog, those kinds of books. So I told the author, like, find other readers that like that genre and they are more prone to like your book. Whereas if I don't like that genre, then I'm just going to be reading your book to find editing errors. Like, so there's 2 arcs that well, not arcs, they were just like books that I was given to read that I'm like, dang, I don't think I'm interested. But there is an arc that I was given that sounds amazing. I think I'm going to read that one next, actually. And I keep calling it an arc because NetGalley gives you arcs, but so far I've only received 1 actual arc. Everything else I've received from NetGalley is like, this book was published 2 years ago and needs more marketing. It's like, oh, that's fine. That's fair. I should have done my research. Little Thieves. I have not heard Little Thieves. through Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. That one, yes. When you jump into Sunrise and the Reaping after Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, poor Hamish. Half price books last summer. I went to Texas, left with 10 books. Only 10? If you go to the Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex, spend a day and visit as many half price books as you can. Like, I think you can easily do like 5 or 6, just, 30 to 35 minute drives in between. That's fine, but it's dangerous, but it's fun. If you get to go to Austin, though, I feel like Austin's half-price books off Lamar, a part of me feels like it's bigger than the flagship half-price books in Dallas. Maybe it's because the fantasy section I feel like is bigger in Austin than it is in Dallas. Library sale last week, got 22 books. Yes, library sales! Sunrise is after Songbird. Read Ballad of Songbirds first, then Sunrise and the Reaping. All right, 30 minutes on the clock. Happy sprinting, everybody. Can this book get happy? Jeez. The answer is no, because it's realistic. Oh my gosh. Like, I keep getting close to the end thinking, are you gonna leave me with my heart shattered? Like, why would you make them teenagers and then have all of this stuff happen? Because it's a reality. It is what actually happens. Oh, but ouch. Ouch. I love it when I accidentally, like, seriously, internment, I just happened to walk by it in the library. There wasn't really anything super attractive about the cover. I was just, like, drawn to it. Obsessed. I went to go get a copy of Internment for myself at a used bookstore. Found this. Something drawn me, it just pulled me to it, and obsessed. Oh my goodness! I think I have unlocked a new favorite genre of mine. I just don't know exactly what it's called, because I don't want to call it young adult fiction. I don't want to call it political fiction. I don't want to call it realism fiction, because, I mean, most fiction is that anyways. I don't know. Relevant fiction? Relevant fiction. We'll go with that. Relevant minority fiction. That's probably the best description I can go with, maybe. God, that's so insane. How did everybody else's books go? I am almost crying. Oh my goodness. I just, like, I know I'm finishing this book in the next sprint for sure. How many pages do I have left? Not that many! Like, this book even touches on the kids in cages at the border that have been separated by their parents before they were thrown into foster systems in states hundreds of miles away. Like, when was, is this a 2020 book? Yeah, 2020. So in 2020, Shakira and J-Lo did a halftime show with kids in cages. If you remember that. One of the best halftime shows, for sure. I have an ebook. I have an ARC on my Kindle that I'm going to read, so that way I'll be able to take it with me on the plane. How big is this book? I was going to get a physical copy of the ARC, which I wanted, but unfortunately, let's see. How many pages are you? On Kindle, it is... Oh, this is going to be short.